Welcome to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia Bialik, and both the host and the producer for this program. So we are here every week to show you a different view of yoga for different fitness levels, different styles, flow, hatha, and today is yoga with the ball. This is part 2 of a 2-part sequence, and today is going to focus on Mula Bandha. Mula Bandha is a stability movement that you create yourself by drawing the pubic bone upward and drawing energy out through the crown of your head. So it's an upward lift of energy that you create by tightening those muscles in the perineum, but also through the inner thighs. So by using a ball for this, it can be like doing Kegel exercises for women. So if you want to join me for the first part of this and just do your Kegels if you're practicing Kegel exercises, or if you've been participating in yoga and you've never heard of Mula Bandha, it may really greatly affect your yoga poses from here on in, and because it'll be a new tool for you to use to stabilize your pelvis for performing the yoga asanas. So I want you to soften your knees to start, and then I want you to straighten the legs and draw the pubic bone inward and upward. So you feel the lift of the rib cage. We're going to bring the arms up at the same time. Bring them straight up from the shoulders here and just relax the shoulders down. And I want you to bend your knees again and then straighten and pull up through the inner thighs. Bend your knees slowly and then straighten, squeeze inward. Okay, now we can do this from another point. So I'm going to have you turn to the right, so you're straddling the ball, and now you're going to squeeze the ball between your legs, and you're going to bend that left knee and keep drawing the pubic bone upward. So you're in Virabhadrasana 1. Now the ball creates good stability, so if you're wobbly typically in this pose, this might really help you to achieve a greater extension in your back. Lift your chest and fall back over your hips, because the ball is stabilizing your left leg, which enables you to get greater extension in the spine. So we're going to open to Virabhadrasana 2, bending that front leg, looking over the left shoulder, then look over the right shoulder and hold strong. Now we're going to go into reverse warrior, so I'll have you slide your right leg a little further forward, open that left hip a little bit, sink down into the ball, reach back over your left leg, and lift your rib cage a little higher. Deep breaths in through the nose. So you're almost sitting on the ball here. And then you're going to bring that right elbow down and bring your left arm up and over your ear. Look underneath that left shoulder. Then you're going to bring those arms back to center, straighten that leg, pull back into your pubic bone, and stand and twist to the back edge of your mat, opening that chest. Now come back to center. And we're going to fold forward. So scoot the ball back slightly and just put your belly on the ball. Pull through the crown of your head. So I want you to feel the lengthening through the spine. Don't fall all the way down. Keep your back straight. You're going to use your glutes. Traction the spine. Squeeze those inner thighs. Come up. Create Mula Bandha. Grab those elbows and stretch those lats. Stay strong here. Pulling the inner thighs towards the midline of the body. Pulling the pubic bone up. And creating that upward lift of energy through the crown of your head. Keep your breaths flowing in and out through the nose. And open the arms. Let's turn all of the toes over to the left side of your mat. So now we're bracing our pelvis with the ball. The psoas muscle is being stretched on the right side, and you're leaning that quadricep into the ball. You're going to bring the arms up in the air in Virabhadrasana 1. Lift your chest, bend that left knee, lift the rib cage in the air. So you move into extension. Then open to Virabhadrasana 2, bending that left knee, Look back over your right shoulder, and then look forward over your left shoulder. Now we're going to drop that left elbow down, bring the right arm up, extended angle. Looking onto your right shoulder, stretching the lats on that side, and then come back into reverse warrior, looking up underneath your left shoulder. And we're going to come back and stabilize that pelvis. Draw those inner thighs to the midline of the body. Bring the arms back up to Virabhadrasana 1, then turn, twist to the back edge of your mat. And once again, come back to center. Arms in the air. Hold there. Bring those hands to your thighs and just pull the crown of your head forward. Now, we're going to plant that left hand down. Still pull through the crown of your head because we want the spine to be long. Create that Mula Bandha. Squeeze those inner thighs towards the midline of the body. Push the inner thighs against the ball to stabilize your pelvis. And now, allow the shoulder girdle to turn all the way around to the right. Look up into your right hand. Modified revolved triangle. Now put that hand down and open to the left. Look up into your left hand. Pull back into your left shoulder as much as you can. Revolve triangle. Now we're going to bring those hands back in. Turn your toes inward, still squeezing those inner thighs against the ball. And you're going to bring your right hand over and grab that left big toe. And then take your left arm over. See if you can grab that other big toe. Stretch across the back. And then just switch. Take that left arm in front of the right now and stretch across the back. Just let your head drop forward. Now we're going to be picking up the ball, and this time we're going to get to close that space between the legs, and we're going to pull the body long and lift the ball up over your shoulders. You can bring that ball back to center and then slowly lift the ball up in the air. Now we're going to move the ball off to the right side and look underneath your left shoulder. Now you should feel the weight of the ball pulling you over. So you're feeling the lats contract, feeling the lats stretch on the left and contract on the right. Now let's bring that ball up and over to the left, and we'll feel the lats contract on the left side and stretch on the right side. And we're going to do that again. Breathe in, exhale and hold. Deep breath. Exhale and lift. Deep breath. Exhale and hold. Deep breath. Exhale and lift. Now let's do a forward fold. Come down. Place your hands on the outside of the ball. Just let your head rest. Stretch out the back. Legs are straight. Now we're going to do a chair. So I'm going to turn myself to the side so you can see this. So now you're going to pull your shoulders back and align your spine. Create that Mula Bandha. Draw the inner thighs to the midline of the body. This time you're going to scoot the hips back. The ball comes into your lap like it's resting on your thighs. Now, this is fine. You can work on lengthening and then strengthening the quads and the glutes. Slowly come down. Good. Lengthen through the spine Now strengthen, still pulling up through the crown of your head, but engaging those quads, engaging those glutes, and engaging those hamstrings. If you want to add the shoulders and the back, bring that ball over your head. Stay there, strengthening the shoulders and the back, the erector spinae muscles. Then bring the ball back down and come back up. Lengthen. Deep breath. Exhale, sit down. Deep breath and lift. Exhale and down. Deep breath and lift. One more time. Inhale, exhale, sit. Inhale and reach. Exhale and down. Inhale, back up. All right, we're going to put that ball down, and I want you to kneel up against that ball. And you're going to hold on to the ball with your left hand and reach back with your right hand. So you're going to be pushing against the ball. Sometimes when we do that half camel pose, we start to lean back like this and reach, okay? So we don't get a lot of extension because we're sort of sitting back when we reach. But now you're going to push into the ball with your pubic bone, stabilize the ball with your left hand, lift the rib cage up, bring that right arm back, and then slowly drop into the heel. Keep pushing your thighs to the ball. Look up in the air. Modified camel's pose. Astrasana. Create Mula Bandha. Squeeze those inner thighs. Think about Mula Bandha as you push into the ball. Stay there. Come back to center. I'm going to turn myself around so you can see me on this side as well. Now, this time it's your right arm on the ball. You're, again, pushing the pubic bone against the ball to get the psoas to really stretch, create Mula Bandha, squeeze those inner thighs, draw the pubic bone upward. Let's send that left arm in the air. Look up. Deep breath in. Exhale, drop down to your left heel. Hold on to that left heel. Continue your breaths. And return. Good. Now, to stretch out the back, if you're feeling any discomfort in the low back, you're just going to hug the ball. Wrap your arms around the ball, bring your chin down, and just roll side to side. This is a good way to stretch out your back. You can lift one knee and then the other. Just roll across, keeping the tops of the feet down. Just lift one knee off. Rock over to the other side and lift the other knee off. All right. Now we're going to bring those elbows to the ball. Make a triangle by interlacing your fingers, keeping your pelvis right over your knees. We're going to push down into our elbows and think about our core. Lift those knees up and hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. Try that again. Push down into your elbows on the forearms and lift your knees. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. Good. Now, there's your first level. If you want to try a little bit more advanced, you're going to straighten that right leg or left leg, and you're going to lift your right knee only. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Let's try the other leg. Straighten the right leg. We're going to lift the left knee off. Pull up and hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. Now, if we want to try that plank, and I'll turn to the side this way, just for variety here, you're going to push down into your forearms. You're going to slide both legs back one at a time. So push back, hover, and keep those elbows underneath your shoulders. Stabilize and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Now, we're going to try that 8 seconds. So get strong, draw the navel into the spine, create Mula Bandha, draw those inner thighs to the midline of the body, pull through the pubic bone, out through the crown of your head. Here we go. Push down into the ball, pull forward and hold there. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now come on down. Now we're going to put the left hip against the ball. We're going to reach over the ball with our left arm, and at the same time, we're going to extend that right leg. So we're going to do a side arm balance over the ball. Push into the ball with your left hip, and make sure you can hold on to a non-skid surface if you're doing this at home. You're going to push down into your left hand. You're going to push down into the arch of your right foot. Now, you can either slide your left foot underneath your right foot like so, or you can push down on the outside of your left foot and lift the right leg in the air. So that's what we're going to do here. If you want to try the more advanced version, you're right here, lifting that right leg up. Hold on. Look up into your right hand. Now, you can strengthen those outer thighs coming up and down while stabilizing your core, lifting that leg up and down, okay? Or you can also try pushing onto the top leg and lifting your bottom leg up and then looking up. Let's try the other side. Go ahead and plant the right hip up against the ball. Slide your left leg out. Create Mula Bandha. Reach over the ball with your right hand. And start to lift up off your knee. And if you choose, you can push down on the outside of your right heel there. And then lift that left leg. You don't have to. You can stay right here or go ahead and lift that left leg off the floor. Balancing on that right hip. And then look up into your left hand. Then if you want to go ahead and strengthen the outer thighs, you're going to lower that left leg down and up. Take your time with that. Lift and lower. Thinking about the core the whole time. And then if you want to change gears, you can put that left foot down and slide your right leg forward. And then look up. So those are your side arm balance poses. We're going to do a little shoulder stretch here. We're going to bring that ball out. We're going to bring the head up against the ball and just stretch those shoulders. Then we're going to do a little down dog. So let's bring the belly back onto the ball. And we're going to try to bring the heels down. Then walk those hands over the ball. Keep your heels down. So you're bracing your lower body. You're pushing the ball against your legs, and you're pushing the legs against the ball at the same time. So don't hyperextend your legs. Don't push the knees back. Instead, push the knees forward into the ball. That way, you have softened the knees just slightly, but you're going to focus on Mula Bandha, pulling the pubic bone upward. Now, come over the ball. Drop the head down towards the ball, but try to pull back into your heels. Stretch back into the heels. Stretch those arms long. Now come forward and into extended child's pose. Bring your knees into your chest. Keep your hands at the front corners of the mat. Pull the head down into your knees. Now we're going to move into a squat. So let's walk those feet out to the side and hold on to the ball here and just squat against that ball. Hold on to the ball, and then we're going to push it forward, holding that squat, then come down, and we're going to go ahead and grab the ball with our feet. So we're going to actually lift the ball in the air and do some core work. So we're going to come down on our elbows and then take those legs up, squeeze the ball between your feet, straighten those legs. Keep the ball in the air, then slowly lower the ball and hover the mat only about 3 inches off the floor. Push those thighs inward, lift the ball upward, come down and up slowly, pushing against that ball with your feet, really feeling the quads, feeling the inner thighs, the gracilis muscles, everything is working, feeling the transverse abdominis muscles. We're going to do this 4 more times, down and up. Do it slowly. Don't let the ball touch the floor. Go through it slowly. 2 more times, up and down. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. Now, put your feet on the ball. And now we're going to come down onto our shoulders. So we're going to do a bridge on the ball. Let's separate your feet so they're about 12 inches apart. And we're going to create Mula Bandha. Push into the heels. Start to lift your hips in the air. Push down into your shoulders. And we're going to straighten the legs and then pull them back. So what are we working? Lots of glutes and hamstrings. Straighten those legs. Pull back. Create Mula Bandha and work those hamstrings. Breathe as you extend the legs. Exhale, pull back. Breathe and extend. Exhale, pull back. 4 more. Breathe and extend. Exhale, pull back. Breathe and extend. Exhale, pull back. 2 more. Breathe and extend. Exhale, pull back. And last time. Breathe and extend. Exhale, pull back. Now interlace your fingers. Push down into your shoulders. Hold there. Continue your breaths. And let's release. Now, we're going to do a little hamstring stretching because we really tighten up those hamstrings. So go ahead and take your right leg in the air and hold on to the right leg. Point and flex your foot. And then let's stretch the hip. Take your right leg over your left and then pull your left heel against the ball. And that's going to help you stretch the right hip. Stay there and breathe. Hold on to the outside of your right leg as you hold that stretch. And let's change to the other side. Take your left leg over. Actually, let's stretch those hamstrings. Take your left leg in the air and pull that left leg as close to your chest as you can. Flex your foot up to the ceiling, keeping the lengthening in those hamstrings while resting the right leg. Let that right leg rest. And then we're going to bring that left leg in front of the right and then squeeze the right heel against the ball, stretching that left hip out. Stay there and breathe. And now put the ball between your legs. And just squeeze and release, just gentle squeezes. Little few extra Kegel exercises. Now we can do our corpse pose in the same position, and we can utilize the ball for that. So I want you to just stay with me to the very end of the show, but I want to thank you for watching Yoga with Cynthia today. Namaste. You can put the ball right on your pelvis here and move it up to your belly and just move it around gently so you can feel just a gentle pulsation of your abdomen. And again, just meditate on that slow movement. And thanks for joining.